last time we met, convened, I've done 2 cruise ships. I hadn't done that before the last time we talked. Yeah, so I've performed on 2 cruise ships, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. Thanks for the money, but my girl, woo! I got to get it together on dry land. I got to make dry land happen because.
Was your tummy hurting?
No, I wasn't sick. I'm just saying it's not for me. But here's the thing. It's probably the more I would do it, I'd get more acclimated at doing it. But sometimes it's going back to the theory of avoiding an audience. I don't want to avoid an audience, but there's audiences I choose to be in front of and audiences I don't want to be in front of. Like this one, like you got to perform in front of kids and it's a lot of things, man.
Oh no, that's not appropriate.
No, but my act is like I could adapt.
Yeah, but
my fear.
You can't keep a kid from shutting up.
Well, no, but the kids. Sometimes the kids are better behaved than the adults.
That part.
But you know what I mean? But for me, it's like, in some ways, you can acclimate to the sensibilities of an audience, but in some way, that's what scares me. I don't want to get good at entertaining everybody. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So.
I don't know what you mean.
Because I don't want to have to. I've shaped my act to the point. There used to be a term, and it doesn't exist anymore because people. Years ago, there was a term that comedians described other comedians, like when they thought another comedian was lame or just just lame, they would call him a boat act. How's so-and-so? Oh, he's a boat act. Meaning, but you do this generic sort of happy sort of milquetoast sort of sensibility because you're used to performing on ships where you have to cater to all these types of sensibilities. I'm just saying I don't want to get good at that because then I don't want to, but the other side of it is if you're on the ship, that's the gig.
But here's the thing, right? So
I asked the 8-year-old, do you still believe in God? they, you know what I mean? Then they're going to snatch me off the ship. Now I'm the bad guy. You know what I mean? Do you think Leviticus was actually written by Satan? And now all of a sudden, I got to sit down. See what I'm saying?
That's really funny. So think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first started out, I was given the opportunity to do some jobbing gigs, which is what you call corporate gigs. So like corporate weddings, bar mitzvahs, that kind of thing.
Right.
And so there is some idea that, if you get too locked into that role, it kind of sucks away your creativity.
Yeah, it makes you
because
lame.
You're constant. Well, it constantly puts you in a situation where you are doing programmatic music and you're doing covers. Mm-hmm. So it's like your artistic vision is kind of siphoned away.
And you become a jukebox.
Exactly. So I see what you mean. And so I recognized that early on, but the thing is that it pays like extraordinarily. And so that's the thing. So you get so used to that money that you don't want to go back to these club dates where, they playing 1960s money. They paying maybe $150 a man, $175. Yeah. I got a friend in New York, $50. And I'm like, who is doing a gig for $50? Because there's so many people that come to New York to make their way.
Right.
That's why it's hard to make a musicians union because there's so many people that want to be successful. They'll do it for free.
Yeah.
And the club owner, all he cares about is that bottom line sometimes, depending on the club, but.
Right. Well, but here's the thing though. A couple of comedians I've talked to who work the ships regular. The upside is that I talked to 2 cats, their entire next year is booked.
Yeah.
So they get making decent money, their entire next year, so that's reassuring. But they told me I would, if I had my choice, because I've asked them, would you rather be able to do the clubs or do the ships? They'd rather be able to do the clubs. But whatever reason, you age out, this and that, things change. So you're not a draw, whatever. But they would prefer to do the clubs than the ships. Now I'm not saying all people that perform on ships wouldn't want to prefer a ship. Some people would.
And then also, I think it depends on the ship. Because that jazz cruise.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
That jazz cruise is number one. All of the entertainment is extraordinary.
Yeah.
Number two, ain't no fights breaking out. And that's another thing, like choosing the
Play
type,
my funny
age,
Valentine.
Choosing the age, choosing the genre. There's a smooth jazz cruise.
Yeah.
I mean, every cruise isn't, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
And every cruise isn't, boring.
Right.
So you just got to really be sensitive and really do your research.
I'd like to book that Sodom and Gomorrah cruise.
You know what?
That sounds like a good cruise. How much do I got to pay to get on this cruise?
Excuse me.
That's the only brother that worked a cruise ship and lost money and went in the hole, so to speak. But listen.